سلام دوستان، امیدوارم که حالتون عالی باشه. من مارتین هستم و امشب قراره یه ویدیوی خیلی خفن رو با هم داشته باشیم. همونطور که میدونید تقریبا 24 ساعت پیش اندرو اولین پادکست خودش رو بعد از ازادی منتشر کرد و قراره امشب اولین پارت ترجمه شده اون رو بهتون نشون بدم. ازتون میخوام که حتما چنل ما رو سابسکرایب داشته باشین و نوتیفیکیشن هم روشن کنید که به محض اومدن بقیه پارت‌ها بتونید از اون خبردار بشید. بدون اتلاف وقت بریم سراغ ویدیو.
So let me tell you all a quick story about Vice News. Remember Vice News? I know, they don't matter. I allowed them to come and do a piece on me in the war room about 7 months ago now. I knew it would be a hit piece, of course. I'm a professional. But I also knew anyone with a brain would see through the hit piece and see the beauty of the war room and want to join. So I allowed them to come do a hit piece. And then I got interviewed by Piers Morgan. Ah, look, they're calling. It's our friends from Vice, but he can wait. Then I got interviewed by Piers Morgan, and he came at me hard, and all of the comments were saying, bro, Tate's a G. The Matrix tries to tell the world that everyone hates me, but the truth is, everyone actually loves me. So when Piers tried to come for me hard, expecting to be a hero, he was actually attacked, and he felt like, oops, I made a mistake, which stopped Vice releasing their hit piece. Because they called me and said, hey, still calling. They called me and said, hey, we want to film some more. We feel like we didn't get the other side of the story. Basically, we want to undo the hit piece and do the fair journalism we were supposed to do in the first place. Because now we realize making a hit piece on you doesn't work out well for us. Then I went to jail because I got Matrix attacked. And they thought, he's a bad guy now, we can do a hit piece. And they released a hit piece. And nobody believed it. And just like I said, everyone saw through it, saw it was garbage, to the point where Vice had to turn the comments off because everyone was insulting them. They even falsely edited me stuttering. When have you ever seen me stutter on any video ever? To try and make me look frustrated, like I've been caught out by this dork called Matt. So they released a hit piece, and it was totally detrimental for them. Nobody believed them. Bombed their reputation even worse. Vice used to be something, and now they're completely off the deep end. Nobody gives a shit about them. Complete Matrix propaganda. So then I get released from jail. And now, Matt from Vice is begging me for another interview. Calling me every day, begging me. Please, please, please. So I've decided, because I'm such a nice man, most people have a hit piece done about them, and they don't talk to that organization anymore. But I'm so nice. I'm going to have a conversation with Vice News. We're going to talk to them. We're going to talk to Matt and message him. Again, I said, an instruction. Again. Like a little dog. So we're going to wait for Matt to call us, and we're going to hear what Matt has to say about the fact that they were dishonest, and they weren't particularly good at... Oh, look. Again. Please, Mr. Tate. Geeks. Well, if it isn't Matt.
Andrew, hey.
Mr. Honest Journalism.
Yeah, that's how I think of myself. How are you? Are you in your house?
It's a shame nobody else thinks of you that way, Matt. That's why you have to turn off the comments on your little video.
Are you at home? Congrats on your being released under house arrest.
Thank you.
What do you think is next?
Well, it's a beautiful reality, Matt. It's a beautiful life, and I'm clearly one of God's chosen ones. And I'm here to spread a positive message and continue with my mission to prevent the degeneracy which is purported by organizations like Vice, drug taking, and other forms of pornography, a bunch of other stuff you lot are involved in. I'm here to combat it, and I'm going to lead people to the truth and to the light, and we're all going to be better people and have a better society for that. And I think you learned that when you turn the comments off in your little video, that most people understand I'm a force for good, and that hit pieces don't really work because you've lost all credibility in the mainstream matrix mechanisms of the media, unfortunately for you.
I actually have no say of whether the comments are or not, but I think they were turned off because the women were getting harassed.
Is that your excuse?
Well, that's what I think is the reason that they were turned off for. But anyway, regardless, I mean, look, the main reason I'm calling is I want to see whether you were up for doing another interview, not for Vice, but for the BBC.
Why would you want to interview me? I'm a bad person, I thought, according to your little story.
Well, I just try to report both sides of every story, so...
Oh, you do both sides? Is that how you think you work?
Yeah, well, that includes your side as well. So, you know, it was obviously difficult to interview you while you were in jail. Now you're out, you know, we can actually have a chance to hear your side of things.
Problem is, Matt, everyone on the planet wants to interview me. So the question is, why would I choose you when I have unlimited offers from people who are far more successful and better than you at the job? Because I'd be doing, and I'm not trying to disrespect you, I'm being honest, I'd be doing you a favor. Like, Matt, what's your last name? Shay. That name didn't matter until it was associated to mine. You do an interview with me, you matter for a little bit, but I can do an interview with anyone. So why would I do an interview with you? And this is genuinely a question. It's not an insult. I'm actually asking you why I would choose you when I have unlimited offers on the table.
Because we have a history.
We have a history of you doing dishonest journalism on me, so I would choose you. Interesting.
Any journalist that you speak to is going to ask you the similar questions as the ones I asked you.
I have no problem with your questions. Questions are not a problem.
The reason that I want to do an interview with you, and of course you can do an interview with anyone you want, and you know that's entirely your choice. I'm just one of the many people asking you, I guess. But we have a history, and we got cut short last time. And there are still unanswered questions that I want to put to you. I can only tell you why I want to interview you, you know? Ultimately, it is your choice.
It is my choice, isn't it? I get to choose which reporter in the world, all these reporters who want to say bad things about me, I get to choose which reporter on the planet gets to become relevant via proxy because I am the most relevant person and I get to do the charitable act of allowing somebody to sit next to me and ask me questions. It's kind of interesting. I need to think heavily about it. I can't just give out such a fantastic opportunity to disingenuous nobodies. It's something I need to think about. Do you work for the BBC now, or do you work for yourself?
I'm an independent contractor, but it has to be broadcast somewhere, and I think the BBC is where it would go.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I would say, though, is I spoke to the sartorial shooter, and he said that one of the things you might want is the chance to film it and record it yourself.
Oh, you mean so you can't edit in stutters like you did with Vice to pretend that I was stuttering when I was answering questions? Is that why?
I don't know what you're referring to.
Yes, you do, Matt.
The algorithm to make you become more famous and more viral.
I'm not an expert on algorithms for social media platforms. I do not have most of them installed on my phone. I cannot control what a 15-year-old Singaporean decides to do when he chops me up and calls me names. I can't control that, and I wouldn't try to.
When you search for your...
And I wouldn't try to.
When you search for your name in Google, what are the associated terms? Why then have the Romanian police said the investigation is ongoing?
I'm not sure where you got that information from. I'm not sure who said it. Is there some kind of procedure that must be completed? I don't know.
There has been a lot of bad...
Procedure that must be completed? I don't know.
There has been a lot of bad...
I can't control that, and I wouldn't try to.
When you search for your...
Procedure that must be completed? I don't know.
There has been a lot of bad...